This message is for agency owners, advertisers, businesses, event organizers, or anyone who has run or had someone run Facebook, Instagram, or as they're combined known, meta ads before. You may have noticed that over the last 6 months, things have changed dramatically. You once could get very high quality leads, a lot of great sales coming from these platforms. You may recognize that sales may have fallen off or stopped altogether. And you've probably been wondering what is going on. There are a lot of people who are normally posting about all these tips and tricks on how to, kill it with Facebook ads and really saying that much. So I'm going to walk you through exactly what is happening and working with people on what you can kind of do to pivot if your business solely relies on advertising channels to bring in new leads. So let's jump in. I'm going to just read to you this first paragraph and then talk about what is not being said. So what is being said, and this is directly from Meta Business Help Center, is about the updates to the detailed targeting. Beginning July 15th, 2024, we are removing the ability to use detailed targeting exclusions. We believe this change will help improve campaign performance, and we are still offering alternative ways to restrict who you serve ads to if you have a business need to exclude a certain audience. A recent advertiser test showed that the median cost per conversion was 22.6% lower when not using detailed targeting exclusions versus when using detailed targeting exclusions. So I'm going to keep reading, but I want to point out a couple of things here in terms of what's not being said. First, there has been a lot of blowback on social media networks about how specific some of the ads are. You may have gone to a social media network and then seen an ad that is so specific to your gender, profession, and interest that it feels like an invasion of your privacy. And so we know that there's been talk for some time about how some of the ways that social networks have been doing this is illegal or at worst or unethical at best. So what is not being said is that to kind of head off these conversations, the ability to really leverage social media advertising for what it's been intended for, that whole thing is going away. So let's recap. The beauty of being able to advertise on social media is that they know exactly who your target audience is, and you can reach them directly through paid targeted advertising. But that ability is going away, which means the value of these social networking ads, especially if you're an advertiser that does not have a huge budget, things are going to change for you. And though it points out that the median cost per conversion was lower, that metric doesn't really tell us a lot. If I'm spending millions of dollars and I'm paying a lower amount, that's one thing. But if I'm a small advertiser and my ads don't really do anything, then I'm not really factored into what this median cost is. So there's there's a big elephant in the room, and it's really going to impact everyone. So continue reading. The following changes will start to go into effect July 15th and will roll out over the coming months. Now, they had made an announcement in January, and people have started seeing these functionalities disappear or stop working altogether as early as January 2024. There was a big announcement on the 18th that things would stop working. And since March, a lot of people have recognized that you're just throwing good money after bad. Even when you increase your ad spend, even when you do things that you used to be able to do to optimize your campaigns, none of it is working. Here's what they say. You cannot use detailed targeting exclusions in new ad sets. You will see a warning banner in Ads Manager reporting if any of your existing ad sets use detailed targeting exclusions. we recommend that you edit affected ad sets and publish them again. You cannot duplicate and edit an ad set or use a saved audience or draft audience unless you remove any detailed targeting exclusions. Existing campaigns will remain unaffected until January 31st, 2025. From January 31st, we will stop delivery on campaigns using detailed targeting exclusions. You will see a warning banner if this happens. You can still use alternative exclusion products, including custom audience exclusions. You can also use the audience controls in your advertising settings to restrict audiences based on brand protection or employment. And then it goes on to, talk about your ad sets. So this is huge. And I think there was kind of a shock across businesses and advertisers. I broached the subject with someone and they were like, "Oh my gosh, thank you for bringing it up. I was wondering what I was doing wrong." So this is one of the cases. Sometimes they say, "Hey, it's not them, it's you." In this case, it's not you, it's them. So I'm going to do our regular Making Money Mondays session next week, and we're going to go over some of the things you can do to pivot, because if your and sales was dependent on your ROAS, on ad spend, generating leads through social media advertising was a big factor in how you generate revenue. It's a major hit, but even though July 15th, 2024 is upon us, there are specific things we can do to shore up our sales, marketing, and lead generation. So I'll see you at the next Making Money Mondays. This is Nataki Kanban. Thank you for watching.